Panthers, Leopards, Jaguars, Leafs in 6. Woo! Go Leafs, go! I can't believe the Leafs just made it past the first round. I mean, I can believe it because I really thought they would. They closed out the series 4-2 against the Senators. Amazing series. Leafs played very physical. The Stars showed up. They didn't get the goal scoring going too much, but they had a lot of points between Matthews, Marner, Nylander. Tavares, I thought, was the best player in the series, along with Nice. And, I mean, Stolarz. Wow, what a stud.
It was a great game, great series actually.
Yeah.
A lot of games went to, or it could have went either way. If Ottawa won 2 games in overtime, they could have been up 3-1 themselves. But Leafs move on. Finally. Well, I guess they moved on in 2023 and they played Florida in 2023 playoffs, and we all know what happened then. But like in the last 20 years, Leafs have passed the playoff first round once, which was in 2023. And so it's good to see Leafs move on and not, hit the slump again after last year's elimination. Leafs overall are the better team in the sense of regular season standing. And we finished second in the Eastern Conference with 108 points, and the Florida Panthers finished fifth with 98 points. 10 points is a lot of points. The difference.
Yeah, but hold on, I'm going to cut you off right there. I understand that. That's good analysis that you got going, but as we know, regular season does not equate to playoffs. Playoff hockey is a whole new ball game. Way more physical, way more intense, and the Florida Panthers bring that intensity.
They do play a physical form of hockey, which is best suited against the Leafs, actually. Leafs struggle the most against a physical contact team such as the Boston Bruins, which we always lose to. When teams play physical, usually we Leafs fans hate to see that because that means the Leafs players struggle. Our star players are more finesse than physical. So teams really like to play physical against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like if you look at Marner, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, they're not really physical players.
Yeah.
Tavares tries to play physical, but he's not like a Brad Marchand when we played the Bruins.
Yeah.
So Florida's going to try to play really physical. We got to use our speed, our goal scoring abilities, our playmaking, our offensive, and we got to actually push back, not just get punked around by the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, that's true, but I think we have a more complete team, to be honest, this year than we've ever had before. So I think, like I said, I think this is the year. I've been saying it. I don't want to jinx the Leafs, but I think this is the year. And Ottawa expected Ottawa out 4-1, to be honest, in 5. But 6 is not bad. And like you said, yeah, the series was close. A lot of games went to overtime, and the series could have gone either way. But the better team usually wins. And the better team was the Leafs.
Yeah, so Ottawa was expected to pass. Now this is a real challenge. And I believe whoever wins the series can go on and win the Stanley Cup. I do believe whoever wins the series can go on and win the Stanley Cup, either if it's Florida or Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that's true. The Panthers and the Leafs, I think... I've been saying the Leafs. I think the Leafs are winning the Cup. I truly do believe it, or believe it, as we like to say in as a Leafs fan. But I think either of these teams... Whoever wins the series does stand a very good chance of winning the Stanley Cup. I mean, there's a lot of great teams out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a few other favorites I do have. But I do think these two teams can do it. And I have a feeling the Leafs are going to beat the Panthers in 6. I really do. I think it's going to be 4-2 series. I just think they need to increase their intensity and increase their physical play. And they should be able to get by the Panthers.
I think, honestly, the series could go either way. Obviously, I'm cheering for the Leafs. Leafs will have home ice advantage. I just don't know if Leafs can play the physical game that the Panthers are going to play.
But they increased their physical gameplay against the Senators too.
No, but that's the Senators.
Yeah, I know.
This is the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, I know. It is.
This is the defending champions.
Yeah,
the defending champions, even if they go down 2-0 series, they're not going to panic. They go to overtime, they're not going to panic. Ottawa is a young team, a team that barely makes the playoffs. Their last appearance was a while ago. So
Hey, a
This-
lot of times defending champions usually get eliminated early.
Well, they
And this might be
they clearly almost swept Tampa Bay.
yeah. No, that's the scary part. They almost swept the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's insane. They beat the Lightning in 5. But yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be an exciting series. Can't wait. I don't know exactly what day it's gonna start. I don't know if it's gonna be on Monday, the series starting or not. But whenever it starts, Leafs have home advantage, and I think that's a huge thing for us, and we should be able to win this series.
I'm going for the Leafs, but I can't give a prediction, but I'm going for the Leafs. I'm also going to stick with the prediction, Leafs in 6.
Leafs in 6.
I'm going Leafs in 6. And hopefully they can pull it off and we can finally move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go, Leafs!